Are you an asylum seeker in Canada? I mean, did you file asylum in Canada and your asylum claim was denied? Or you are still waiting for your hearing? I've got good news for you today. Did you work in the health sector in Canada during the COVID-19 period? I've got good news for you today. I'm so excited today, and that's why I want you to hang on, stay tuned. I will definitely be back. Alright viewers, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. I remain my humble self, MC Bernardino. This is Canada Reality, where I dish out content for those that are in Canada and those that are intending to come into Canada. So if peradventure you find yourself on this YouTube channel, you're welcome to this YouTube channel. Please take some few minutes, subscribe to this YouTube channel. There's a notification bell beside it. Click on it so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be among the first to get it. And if you enjoy this video, please, it doesn't cost you anything, hit on the likes button. If you enjoy this video so much, why not just share with someone that you feel we need it? If you have any question, any comment, anything you're not clear about, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I will revert back as soon as possible. Guys, don't forget our goal. Before the end of the year, 31st December, we want to get to 20,000 subscribers. That can be possible with your support. We got to 10,000, then that means we can also get to 20,000 with your support. So please feel free to subscribe if you haven't, and feel free to share this video with anybody that will feel will help us attain the goal. And don't forget our 10,000 promo that is running. I will be giving you an update on that, so you want to hang on tight. I will be back. I will be laying the premise for my video today with the immigration minister Mendesino, the talk he recently gave about asylum seekers that work in health sector. So I want you to take your time and listen to what he has to say.
Today offers us such an opportunity, for we are here to acknowledge an exceptional group of asylum seekers, many of whom live right here in Montreal. Grateful for their service, for their sacrifice, and for their instinct to put the needs of community ahead of all else. I know we will remember their courage and compassion for years to come. As these individuals face an uncertain future in Canada, the current circumstances merit exceptional measures in recognition of their exceptional service during the pandemic. So today, we are introducing a one-time measure that will provide a specific pathway to permanent residence for asylum claimants working in Canada's healthcare sector in recognition of their exceptional contribution during the COVID-19 pandemic. Consideration under this temporary program are asylum claimants, including failed claimants and those with pending claims working in the healthcare sector and their family members who are living in Canada. In addition, in order to be eligible, individuals must have claimed asylum before March 13, 2020, must have been issued a work permit after they made a claim for asylum, must have worked in a designated occupation in healthcare, must have worked in a designated occupation for no less than 120 hours between March 13, 2020 and today, August 14, 2020, must demonstrate 6 months of experience in the designated occupation, and finally, applicants must have a Quebec selection certificate if they are applying for eligibility.
All right, I hope you actually understood what the immigration minister just said. So in order for you to better understand the implication of what he has just said about asylum seekers that work in the health sector and their path to permanent residence, let me take you to IRCC website, where I will be giving you much information on the news. All right, so just because you know that I always give you the facts. So now we are on Canada immigration website. So now let me start with the heading that simply said, Pathway to Permanent Residency recognizes exceptional services of asylum claimants on front line of COVID-19 pandemic. So the new release was as at August 14, 2020, and it was the press briefing was done in Montreal. So let me start with the first paragraph that simply said, frontline workers play a critical role in keeping Canadians healthy. In recognition of their exceptional services, today the Honorable Marco E.L. Mendesino, Canada Minister of Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship, announced a temporary measure that will provide a pathway to permanent residence for asylum claimants working in the health care sector during the COVID-19 pandemic. I don't really want to bore you so much because you will have heard from the Canada Immigration Minister. So let's talk about who qualifies for this this program. I feel so excited, and that's why, because I know what asylum seekers what they face in Canada, and that's why I feel so excited. All right, so let's look at the qualification. First thing first, you must have claimed asylum before March 13, 2020. So only those who have claimed asylum in Canada before March 13 are qualified for this. So meaning that if you probably claim asylum on March 14 onwards, you do not qualify. The second criteria is where you were issued a work permit after they made a claim for. So normally, if you file asylum in Canada, I mean, if you're the moment you file it, Canada immigration will grant you work permit for you to work while your asylum claim is being subjected to verification. So pending that time, you are granted work permit to work just for you to sustain yourself. So you must have the work permit in order for you to apply for it. And the next point is I've worked in the healthcare sector in health institution, for example, hospital, long-term care homes, home care through an organization or agency, assisted living facilities. So you must have worked in any of these places in order for you to qualify. And the next point, which is the first one, is I've worked in a designated occupation for no less than 120 hours between March 13, 2020 and August 14, 2020. The designated occupations that are included in the special measures are orderlies, nurses, nurses aides and patients, and service associates, assistant orderlies, and certain home support workers. So those are the jobs that falls under these categories in the health sectors for you to qualify. And the next one is um, demonstrated 6 months of experience in the designated occupation before being granted permanent residence. Applicants Applicants will have until August 31st to acquire this experience. So now this point means that you need to have experience in this field. I mean, in order for you to qualify to apply for this permanent, you need to have experience in this field, and the experience that you must demonstrate must be for a minimum of 6 months prior prior to this. So, and you have until August 31st to acquire this experience. So, meaning that this is one experience that is being talked about, you need to get it before August 31st. You need to be able to show that you have minimum of 6 month experience in any of the field that I mentioned earlier. The fifth point is have a certificate de selection de Quebec. If you are residing in Quebec, you need to get that certificate when you're applying for this permanent resident. And the last but not the least is meet existing admissibility requirements, including those related to criminals. So that is a general. I mean, in order for you to apply for permanent residency in Canada, you need to meet that criteria. You need to, I mean, no criminal record, security, health-wise, you are okay in order for you to apply for permanent residency in Canada. I mean, this news is so exciting, and I feel I just have to share it with you guys. All right, viewers, I hope you actually understood my video today. I mean, I've been in Canada for some couple of years, and I know what asylum seekers in Canada, what they go through. I mean, filing asylum, sometimes some of them, they spend a few years here, and at the end of the day, probably their case was rejected or dismissed. The asylum was, dismissed, and as a result of that, they have to start running helter skelter. So Canada felt that in my recent, some videos that I've done in the past, I talked about it, that this agitation actually started in Montreal, Quebec, where people felt that the frontline workers that are asylum seekers that actually contributed to Canada's during this COVID-19, that sacrificed their life during this COVID-19 period, these people need to be compensated. And that's why Canada immigration generally felt that they can actually work out a plan, and that was why they created this platform for them, those that have worked and can show proof that they actually work in this sector. They can actually have an easy path to permanent residence in as much as they can prove those criteria that I mentioned earlier. So now, I would like to let you know that those that have filed asylum in Canada, either you have filed asylum in Canada and you have been rejected, you can apply for this permanent resident if you meet the criteria. If also you have applied for asylum and your case have not been heard, you are still waiting for your date of hearing, in as much as you meet the criteria, you work in the health sector, you can also apply for this permanent resident through this platform. The only people that are exempted are those that do not meet this criteria, or those that has applied for asylum in Canada and they withdrew their case. I mean, they withdrew their case because of one thing or the other. They don't want to continue with the asylum. If you have done that, then you would not be qualified to apply for this permanent residency route. So I mean, I feel so overwhelmed when I saw this information. I had to send it out to some of my friends that I know that in this situation. And I mean, it's so nice for me. I mean, it's a good feeling for you when you see your friend here in Canada. They already settled here. Why don't they just become permanent residents? So I want to do anything I can just to help them. So this is a great news. If you feel you have any question, any concern, you can actually drop it in the comment section below. I will do justice to your question. I mean, for those of you that are now contemplating now that you want to go and work in the health sector, I don't want to tell you that it is late. I mean, we don't know anything. So if you're still nursing the ambition, if you want to volunteer, if you still feel you can help in the health sector just to help alleviate this COVID-19, still go ahead to do that. You necessarily don't have to be an asylum seeker in order for you to sustain to help Canada during this pandemic period. So if you have any question, once again, feel free to drop it in the comment section below. I will do justice by answering your question. The next question that you might want to ask me is that, so when will you start applying? So the information just came out today. So probably in the course of this week, Canada Immigration must have designed a website for you that you are qualified to submit, to upload your document and to apply for this permanent residence. So let's be on the watch out. Once I get more information, I will roll it out for you to actually see. So for those that are outside Canada, I mean, I don't encourage asylum seekers. Only if you have a genuine case, that is when you can actually come into Canada and file asylum. But if you don't have any genuine case, don't ask me how you're going to do it, because I don't know about it. All right, still on talking about the 10,000 promo. The deadline is August 26th. All you have to do is subscribe to this YouTube channel, follow me on my Instagram page, which is Canada Reality. Next thing you want to do is drop comment of your name, country where you're watching me for, hashtag Canada Reality. Drop it on this video or the recent video that I've done in the past on YouTube. You have to do the same thing on my Instagram page. Your name, your country where you're watching me from, hashtag Canada Reality. Make sure that the name you use on this YouTube channel is the same name you use on the Instagram. It makes it easy for me. And also try as much as possible not to do double entries. One thing again I would like to let you know is that if you don't follow the instruction, as I've stated it clearly, I mean, I don't have any choice. I mean, I have to be fair to those that actually follow the instruction to the letter. So till I come back to you again with another very exciting video on Canada Reality with MC Bernardino, please continue to stay safe. COVID-19 is real. Safe social distancing. I mean, try as much as possible to ensure that you don't spread this pandemic. Till I come back to you again, peace out. One love.